the time, we plug in 9 over the square root of 7 for x. So I go 9, enter, 7, square root, divide. Now, I'm going to square that, add 9, take square root of the whole thing, divide by 6. Then I go 8 minus 9 over the square root of 7. And divide that by 8. And add that whole thing. And I end up with the time that this is going to take. Okay, so let's just write this like this. Okay. So the time from A to D to B equals 1.33 hours. Now notice, what are the units? It's kilometers divided by kilometers per hour, which is hours. So time from A to D to B is 1.33 hours. Now, what about the time directly from A to B? If I just row straight down. Basically, what we found was a relative minimum, but one of the endpoints might actually be smaller than the relative minimum. So we need to try the endpoints, and the endpoints would be to go from A to B directly rowing. So the time from just A to B, well, that distance is square root of 73 divided by the speed of the rowing, which is 6. So square root of 73 over 6 is 1.424. hours. So, clearly rowing from A to B is not as fast as going from A to D to B, and clearly x is not 0. But if I just want to check that out to be sure, then the time from A to C would be, well, let's just go time from A to C to B, would be 3 kilometers at 6 kilometers per hour plus 8 kilometers at 8 kilometers per hour. Well, this equals 1.5 hours. So, the fastest route then would be to go from A to a point 9 over the square root of 7. Let's get that in decimal just for 3.40 kilometers down. So if I'm going to write this final answer, now remember, it's a word problem, so we want the answer in words. The trip will take the minimum time going from A to D, where D is 3.40 kilometers well, let's say downstream of C. Then walking from D to B. That's it. So from A to D to B gets us there in 1.33 hours, where the endpoints going straight from A to B is 1.42 hours, and going from A to C to B is 1.5 hours. So the minimum time would be to go 3.4 kilometers downstream of where you started from. That's it. Game over. Have fun with these.